Hey, what do you say, everybody? Thanks for tuning in, and I got a movie review for you. And I'm excited about it. This movie came out in September 14th, 2007. Got a maybe small fan base. It was an independent release, I believe. Because I remember seeing it in like a small theater, one of those indie theaters, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. Yeah, it's a mafia movie, not an Italian mafia movie, but a Russian mafia movie. And this movie is called Eastern Promises, directed by one of my favorite directors, David Cronenberg. Now, who's David Cronenberg? Well, if you've seen movies like Videodrome or Naked Lunch or the remake of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, the guy is really into body horror, body mutation and really bizarre kind of David Lynch-esque kind of films. But David Cronenberg is a fantastic director. Later on in life, he got kind of serious with his movies, and hey, look, I like it. It's got a charm to it. It definitely has a David Cronenberg kind of feel, and I believe A History of Violence with Viggo Mortensen came out before this one. This one also has Viggo Mortensen, so I'm assuming they're like friends, in real life probably. But yeah, Eastern Promises. So, like I said, it's a mafia film. Takes place in London, and basically it's this strung out, distraught young woman, barely speaks English, kind of like, wanders into a pharmacy, kind of gives birth and just dies pretty much. So now this baby uh, kind of gets like segued, and, this midwife, Anna, who's played by Naomi Watts, kind of like takes her in. But little does she know, this baby is evidence to a bigger picture here. So now the main premises, the background people here is this Russian crime family, really big and just ruthless. Simeon, which is the boss, has like an enforcer type, Nikolai, who's played by Viggo Mortensen. Very tough, kind of mysterious hitman type, I want to say. Kind of does the dirty work. He's really in and out. Doesn't really say much, but he is a very commanding presence. He comes across with Anna, kind of takes a liking to her, and finds out about the baby. Now, Krill, who's played by Vincent Castle, he's Vincent Castle, a monumental actor on his own. Um, he's the son of Simeon, the Russian mob boss here, and he's just kind of a klutz, a drunk. The power kind of went to his head. That kind of type. But Nikolai kind of keeps him in check. But it's a great movie. It's not fast paced, actiony, but it has its moments. Like I said, when I think of mafia movies, I don't think of action from the get go. There's story, there's build up. This does have a slow burn to it, but when the violence comes, it's really in your face. Knowing David Cronenberg, he's not afraid to show a little, blood and gore. Even it's very brief. Like I said, it's not necessarily that violent. This is a story driven kind of film that works, in my opinion. But there is a scene in a bathhouse with Viggo Mortensen being really vulnerable, but he handles his own against like I don't know, like a handful of guys from a rival mafia crew that attack him, and it's a great scene. It's shot very straightforward, no cutaways. I like it. But anyway, this whole connection with the baby turns out to be the love child or the rape baby, pretty much, of the young girl I was talking about in the beginning, the one who died from giving birth on the pharmacy floor there. She was raped by the mob boss apparently, and now they have to kind of connect the dots. Now, whether or not you've seen the movie, Viggo Mortensen character Nikolai is really not who he seems. He's connected to the authorities, and we don't find it out till way later. Um, but it's played off very very good. Like not until the very end, and when all the dots are connected, it's like when you kind of like slap your head like, oh, okay, I get it now. So he was this. I mean, there's kind of hints, but you know, uh, Nikolai, Viggo Mortensen's character, just really plays the enforcer type, silent but deadly kind of guy. While Vincent Castle, Krill, the mob boss's son, is just stupefied pretty much, just can't handle it. And normally when a mafia boss is taken out or arrested or whatever, the next one in charge would usually be the son. But in this case, it's Nikolai. And like I said, I don't want to go any further. Um, but it's a great, great story. I think if you're into mafia movies or any kind of crime dramas, this is definitely is up your alley. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, the director, just look at his body of work and you'll know he's no one to mess around with. He knows how to make a decent movie. And yeah, when you get a chance, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. And like I said, it's been out since 2007, so you could probably stream it pretty much anywhere, however you get your movies. So do yourself a favor if you want to see something that has a nice story, a nice crime-driven kind of film. Definitely check out Eastern Promises from David Cronenberg. It has a great cast of characters, a great setting, story, all the above. All right, guys, that's all I got to say. Thanks for listening, and see you all very, very soon. Peace.